What's up, everybody? So it's another day in the car business, right? And, I've been looking at stuff online a little bit, as many consumers may do, right? You're out there car shopping, you're doing your research online to learn about cars. And then you might run across some things online about salesmen, right? And what things to kind of pay attention to and what to watch out for with car salesmen, because, let's just face it, car salesmen don't always have the best reputations. A lot of people think when they go to the car dealer, they're going to get screwed over somehow, all that kind of stuff. Well, let me tell you, that's not always the case with everybody. And I know, there's always rules, or there's always rules to the exceptions, right? Is that how you say it? But anyways, what I'm trying to get at here with you is I'm going to go over a few things that I read online earlier today. And it basically what it said the 12 reasons why a car salesman is lying to you, right? Yeah, hold on a minute. I got it right here in my pocket. Right here. Yeah, 12 lies. That's right. 12 lies a car salesman will tell you to close the deal. So I'm going to go through a few of these with you. Might even go through all 12 of them with you. But I don't want the video to be a 30-minute video, right? Because I know nobody's really all that interested in sitting there listening to me talk and ramble on about lies that car salesmen tell for 30 minutes. We've already wasted a minute and 38 seconds of your time. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Y'all ready for the first one, right? The first one's going to be pretty good, right? You probably have heard this before. The car salesman might tell you that the Carfax on the car that you're looking at is clean. The Carfax is clean. Well, let me tell you, or maybe they'll tell you the car's never been in an accident before. Well, let me tell you this, folks, as a car salesman. When we go to auctions and buy used vehicles to sell on the car lot, especially if you're at a used car dealership, you got to go to auctions to buy cars. We have an account with Carfax that we pay for every month, and we pull the Carfax reports on the vehicles. The guy inside right there, Randy, he pulls the Carfax reports on the cars while Mr. Chris is at the auction buying the vehicles to make sure that the car doesn't have a bad history report, right? A bad Carfax report. We also, that's right, us dealers, we don't want cars on the car lot that have been hit hard in bad accidents, things like that. Maybe been in flood, been a salvage title. We don't want to sell that stuff, at least at this store. We don't want to sell those types of cars here at our store. So when we tell you the Carfax is clean, okay, in most cases, that means the car's never been in an accident. Now, I will tell you this. Sometimes you can go on the Carfax report, and we have cars like this from time to time as well, where the accident, it has been an accident, but the accident was not major. It was a minor accident. And even Carfax will tell you on there, most of the time a minor accident is cosmetic. The car was not towed. The airbags did not deploy. I think many of us, probably all of us, have been in some type of small little fender bender. Some of us have been in heavy fender benders where you actually got hurt. But yeah, if you got a car salesman telling you, yeah, the Carfax is clean, the car's clean, never been in a wreck before, well, have a look for yourself. If they're telling you that, then most likely they have access to it and they can show it to you. Nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with showing people Carfax reports right out here at the store that I work at. And if it's got something on it, we're more than happy to show it to you. Now, what it says in the article, though, is that basically the car salesman really doesn't know that the car's clean, because if the accident was not reported to the Carfax company, wasn't reported to the insurance, company when they were in a wreck, then it wouldn't show up. Well, that is technically true. So what this report or this little ad online is trying to say is that basically any car salesman that tells you the Carfax is clean is basically lying to you. Yeah, I mean, if you want to think of it that way, have at it. But realistically here, if I was driving down the road right now and somebody hit me, well, and then the cops got called, insurance is getting changed, it's going to go on Carfax. If I was at Walmart parking lot and I'm backing my car up and somebody just barely nudges on my bumper and nothing really all that bad happens other than a little scratch, that's up to me if I want to call the cops or not, you know what I'm saying? Or they do, and cause, the insurance to get involved and all that. So, stuff like that, really not that big of a deal. So just don't look into that so much on the Carfax. If it's clean, it's going to tell you it's how it is right there on the report. I think you know what I'm saying. All right, everybody, listen to this one right here. The car dealer may tell you that your trade-in will fetch big money, right? Your trade-in, the car you have, will bring big money, right? So you as a consumer, you're thinking to yourself, wow, if a car dealer calls you and goes, hey, I can give you some big money for your car. Man, we need cars like that. We're going to pay you top dollar for your car, right? Basically, what the article is saying is the car dealer is lying to you. Yes and no. If you got some type of car that's got extremely low mileage, there's not a whole lot of them out there, you got a clean Carfax report, it's in beautiful condition, well, you know what? Your car could probably fetch really good money, right? Big money, as they may say. That's a true statement. It really could. But what the article is definitely saying, and I cannot disagree with it so much on this one, they're saying that the car dealer really doesn't know exactly what your car is worth until you bring it by the store and they put their hands on it and see it in person. Now that is a true statement, because anytime someone calls here from out of town or just calls in general and they go, hey, I got a trade-in, this is what it is, this, that, and the other, they can give me all the information on the car, the VIN number, their payoff, all that, and I could give them a roundabout. I could say, well, your car is worth anywhere between $13,000 and $15,000, right? We can get an average put together on what your car is worth. But the guys inside and myself always tell everybody, I cannot give you an exact number on your car until I see it in person. Well, why is that, right? Why can't I just lock in on a number over the phone? Well, let me tell you. Let's say I tell you over the phone, okay, your car's really worth $13,000 to $15,000. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm going to give you 15 grand for it, which is top dollar for your trade, right? And let's just say you tell me about your car, this, that, and the other. And then let's say you get here with your car and I see your car and I start noticing that your car isn't really as nice as you portrayed it to be over the phone and or in your pictures, right? It can go both ways sometimes. You look at cars and pictures on vehicles, on car dealerships' websites, and you're like, man, that's a beautiful car. It looks so good in those pictures. And then you drive in from out of town or whatever, and you see the car and you go, well, hold on a minute. That's the car, but it's not. Man, getting up close on it, it doesn't look to be the same nice car like it seemed like it was online. Well, it can be the same way with your car if you're looking to trade it in. So again, the dealer, the car salesman, the dealer can get in a catchy situation there if they promise you a certain amount of money on your car and then your car is not what it says it is. And let me tell you, if you get to the store there and they told you over the phone, well, I'll give you 15 grand, and then let's say you pull it up and my boss man said, theoretically, oh, I'll give you 15 grand for it. And then I see your car and your car really in reality is worth, let's say, 13,000. Then I got to sit down with you and explain to you why I'm only able to give you 13 when they told you on the phone to get you in the door 15. We don't do that kind of stuff here where I work at. We don't play that game. So again, if you got a car salesman that's telling you something over the phone like that, promising you all this big money for your car before you actually get there, I would be leery of doing business with them, because here's the thing. You could get there to that dealership and they could switch up the whole ball game on you. And that's just not fun. It's not something that you really want to even have to deal with. That turns into a very uncomfortable situation for the customer and for the salesperson. And, you know, it's nothing that you want to deal with. So if you got a car dealer telling you on the phone that they can't really give you the number on your trade until they see it, that's probably going to be a little bit better place to do business at, just being real with you. So again, your trade-in will fetch big money. It could, but don't listen to that stuff. Let them give you the real number on your car when you're there at the dealership. That's the best way to go about that. Now, in this day and age that we live in right now in 2021, you know, you got these Carvana websites and CarMax and all these Vroom and all these companies. Now, that's a little different with them, right? You put the information about your car on the website and it gives you a buy figure for your car right then and there and says, look, if you do this within this time frame, this is what we'll pay for your car. Now, those are national, massive, big corporate companies. So maybe to those companies, a few $1,000 might not bother them so much, but we can't do that kind of stuff, okay? We got to give you the real number on your car the way it really is. So another thing while we're into this, and I got a feeling this video is going to have to cut down a little short here. I'm going to talk one more subject and that's it, and then we might do a part 2. But another thing I want to tell you too that car dealers do, and again, we don't do that here where I work at. That's why I love working here at Southern Motor Company, is we don't play all those regular car dealer games. But when you get to some of the big box stores, you know, your big dealerships, you know, here's what they'll do too, okay? They'll basically, especially on new cars, not so much on used, but on new cars, they over allow. You understand? Over allow on your car. So what that means, and you probably already know what I'm getting ready to say, but they'll tell you, okay, we can give you $15,000 for your car. In reality, your car is only worth $13,000. They're saying they're going to give you $15,000, but then they take that extra money there that they're promising to give you to make you feel all good about how much they're giving you for your car, and they're taking it off the top on the other vehicle, right? So if that new car is 20 grand and there's a rebate or whatever, you know, they might be taking it from up there. That's over allowing on the trade. That's the kind of stuff. Now, where you will catch a car dealer in a little bit of a funky situation is if you go in to buy that new car and you say, look, I want to pay, you know, $1,000 or $500 over invoice for the vehicle. Now, there is dealer holdbacks and all that, but a lot of dealers don't really go into the dealer holdback. So what I'm getting at here on this one is, if they're giving you a real number on that car you're buying from them, like invoice plus this amount, plus your tax and all this and that, and then here's your trade, that's probably going to be that real number on your trade-in. Anyways, if you're out there shopping for used cars, just let me help you buy a used car. I'll be straight up with you. We'll be honest with you. We'll give you real numbers. And I tell you, 9 times out of 10, when people do business with us here, they're not upside down in the car they're buying. They're not having to worry about all that kind of stuff. You're getting done the right way. Now, let's talk about the next one. All right, this one's kind of cool. Now, this has not really a whole lot to do with used cars, but more along the lines of a new car. Okay, and I remember when I used to work at the Acura store back in the day, and Audi, you know, people would shop me between Lexus and BMW, Mercedes, and they shop in the car that I'm selling against all these other new cars, right? Man, these Jeeps are getting taller, or I'm getting shorter. But Acura, owned by Honda or made by Honda, Acura used to win all these awards. Now here's what it says: an award makes a great car. Well, yes and no, right? Acura is a great company. Still is a great car company, right? You can pick up a Consumer Reports magazine and go, oh, wow, all the Acuras, you know, at least back then, all these cars are Consumer Reports rated. You know, they're recommended by Consumer Reports. They win the J.D. Power Awards. You know, these cars win all these big awards. They get you excited about them, right? They do. You're like, wow, I'm buying an award-winning car. All right, so yeah, it's great that your car, brand new car, won a lot of awards. But what we're getting at on this one is in the article there, it says that all these awards don't make a damn bit of difference, really, because these awards get announced like a few months after the car's been released and stuff like that. What you need to do, we're in 2021 now, folks, and we're not back in 2008, right? When all these big awards were going on. What's up, Randy? Oh, I got to move this Jeep 3 times, but it's off. Anyways, let's keep talking though. The award is going online and reading reviews on the cars. That's your reward, okay? That's the reward on the car, is seeing what other people have to say about it. That's the deal. Okay, it's great that J.D. Powers awarded, all these cars. But yeah, you need to go online and read up about the cars to see what others got to say about the cars. Because that's where you're going to get the real reward at the end of the day, is that you're going to be able to go buy a car and you already know what everybody's saying about it and what's great about it. Maybe, what will be needed on it, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, rewards are, anyways, nowadays, let's just give everybody a reward just for participation. All right, everybody, last one to talk tonight. And I just want to let you know, I'm sorry my videos might not be shot on green screen or got studio lighting, and I don't honestly, folks, I don't get to do this as a full-time gig. I'm a car salesman, I sell cars, I work at the car lot, I take pictures, I film them. I got a busy job at hand, So sometimes I'm on the shoot and go like this, moving fast, trying to make videos that are a little bit different than, hey, let's look at the 2009 Honda Accord today. I try to make some video content that's a little bit different that might actually be somewhat helpful to you. So I hope you can enjoy it just off the fly like this while I'm moving cars around trying to block the lot for tonight. But anyways, last little thing, and then I'll do another one another day because there's like 12 of them. I think I've only covered like 4 or 5. But what about the good old saying, the car deal is not negotiable? That's right. You got these car lots around town that are like, we are a non-negotiable car dealership, meaning what the price is on the car is what the price is. Well, let me tell you about that for a minute, folks. First off, that actually for consumers makes things a lot less stressful, right? Because you don't have to sit there and haggle with a person about a price of a car. Now, I will tell you that some people actually like haggling over the price. Some people enjoy that kind of stuff. And if you're that type of person, well, hallelujah. And there's some car salesmen that really enjoy haggling with customers. I'm not that person. But so these car lots that do the one price game, it's a little bit nicer for a lot of folks. But here's the thing you need to realize. You ought to still go online and research the price of that vehicle that you're buying to see if that dealer is giving you at least somewhat of a fair deal. It's okay. Car dealers, car dealerships, they all have to make some kind of profit off of a car, just like any business, right? You'd be blown away by the markup on watches, clothing, anything really. So everybody deserves to make a profit, but you can negotiate to an extent. But again, some of those dealers though that don't do any negotiating prices, those probably are going to be very firm on the price, because at the end of the day, they're not negotiating with you or anybody else. And if they screw up and do start negotiating with you, and they haven't done that to 100 other people, they might get their butt sued. So if you enjoy negotiating, negotiate. If you don't, don't. But also at the same time, do a little research on that vehicle. And if that place is got just one price, make sure it's a fair price. If it's not, go out there and do a little shopping and find a good fair price for that vehicle out there if you can find it. All right, y'all, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. Get in the comments section and leave your feedback on what I was talking about. Hey, if you disagree with some stuff I was saying, let me know. If you agree, hit a like, man. Hit thumbs up. I want to grow. I want to make this channel better. Been on here for a long time now. Sometimes it was getting better, then it drops and goes up and down. You know, sometimes all the ups and downs just depend on where I'm at, where I'm working, how my attitude is, my mindset, who I am. So anyways, also who's around you and all that kind of stuff. So life always changing, and all you can do is just keep trying to get better and keep evolving. If you're not growing, if you're not evolving, there's a problem there, okay? And if you're going downhill and it's, you know, it's not your choice, well, you always got a choice. You got to remember that, folks. You always got a choice in how things go in your life, right? You know, if you're tired of driving a hoopty, like I got tired of driving a hoopty there for a little while, you know, you got to start trying to figure out ways to do better. And you can do it. Just be patient and have confidence and be proud to work forward and move forward. And don't let other people try holding you back. Believe me, folks, it's not easy out here. There's a lot of folks out here in this world that see you doing better, and they'll try their best to see you staying below them. And believe me, you know, so sometimes it's very hard to deal with those types of situations, and sometimes you have to move forward and move around or get away to be able to get out of those situations. So anyways, the grass is not always greener, and it's not always greener from one store to the next, okay? So look at reviews online at places that you're doing business with, and that's important to see what others have to say about that place you're going to buy a car at and that person. All right, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. I'm Chad, and I'm signing out. Later.